What up? You got Mr. Smith, point five of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and we typically don't do videos like this on our channel, but something moved me to go ahead and do this video anyway, so here I am. I'm gonna do it because I feel like it might benefit somebody. Now, the video is about how I personally hit the top rank in my company, my network marketing company, and just some of the tips and things that you can do if you're in network marketing or affiliate marketing that can help you as well, and how I'm gonna automate the process to double what I've done previously and just, let it run automated in addition to other things that I have going on and things that are doing, and how you can possibly do the same. So without further ado, basically the network marketing platform that I'm a part of is centered around financial literacy. We partner with MyEcon, which is the personal financial success company. And what I love about them, outside of the leadership and the people in general and how they have a heart for people and ownership in general, outside of that is I like the fact that they focus on personal financial success. If you look at many companies, yeah, they may have a compensation plan that pays you and a certain amount of people get paid well, but a lot of those companies aren't positioning the individual to be empowered. Basically, you want to learn from a teacher who doesn't mind teaching you what they know so that you no longer even need them. That's powerful. Nobody is really teaching people and positioning them to not be needed. Most of the time, people want you to always need them or always need their assistance. Now, this is not to say you shouldn't continue to stay in a platform such as the personal finance success company, because it's a lot of perks that come along with being a member. However, it's just the mindset and the perspective that you have to think about as it relates to, are you being positioned to be empowered? Or are you being positioned to be, I don't want to say slave, but dependent on them? So just pay attention to that. And a lot of people use different strategies and different things, and you may think they have your best interest at heart, but when you look at it and you look at the bottom line and realize how the compensation really works and how salaries are paid out, then you realize, nah, they don't necessarily have my best interest at heart. And the founders of our company, black owned, things of that nature, but they don't take a salary because they also network. They are network marketers at heart as well. So that's powerful within itself, which means that they are doing what they're teaching others to do, not just telling you to do the work and then they sit back and every now and then they buy you some pizza. It's none of that. They put in the work and they don't take a salary. They earn as they grow their business. And of course, they've grown a monstrous business, but that's just something to think about. So that's why I love what it is that we do when we help empower others in terms of understanding finances, understanding debt elimination, understanding credit, how to leverage it, use credit to your benefit if need be, home ownership, investing in stocks, terminology, things of that nature. You just move at your own pace, but it's up to you, and you just have a culture or network of people who want to see you win as you make progression. All right, that's that. So during that, I was able to hit the top rank in the company, and we did a lot of focus or put a lot of emphasis on educating people and giving them value, even if they never joined the business. So I once heard, and I understand this wholeheartedly, the best way to help someone is by actually helping them. So no matter what network marketing company that you're in, you might be in health, wellness, makeup. It may be, selling some other products or services or whatever. You might be product-based or service-based. Regardless of where you are, figure out how it is that you can help people. And that's the best way to help them, by actually help them whether they join you or not. So many people dangle these strings in front of people and they're not doing anything to help and assist them. So we led with education, and the education led to information that they was able to implement, and if they implemented it, it helped them and we never even knew. And sometimes we might get a comment under the video that say, hey, this helped me out. We never met the person, never knew the person, they never even joined our team, but the fact that we willingly helped them and gave information, they were willing to share it with somebody else, and that somebody else might have joined the team, or they got value, and then the law of reciprocity kicked in, universal law, and because we gave out so much information, people started being attracted to what we had and wanted to join and enroll and get access to the overall personal financial success membership. So what does that mean for you? That means, for starters, you want to lead with education. What does your product provide to the marketplace that's of value to people, and how can you educate them on it? How can you let them know that, look, this is why this is important? Because A, it helps relieve this, and this based on this, and this, and here's some testimonies and things of that nature. So of course you're educating and showing success that's happening. But if you're doing that on an ongoing basis and they receive value in a way that they can implement without you, some of the things that you're teaching, then they're likely to come back to you, because they're like, hey, if they gave away this for free, I can only imagine what it'd be like to actually be a part of the team. So that's the key. When you're giving out education and information, make sure it's something that they can use, that they can implement. Not this just something that just held a shiny object in their face and you want them to buy into it. People use that tactic. It works. It plays on the emotion. Trust me. I see it all day. And, you know, you can easily get sucked into that belief that this shiny object is as gold as you think it is until you actually buy into it and you realize that it's not. But if you leave with education, it's going to be hard for you to convince yourself that it didn't work if you tried what it is that they taught. So that's the key to the piece. Now, that being said, think about what it is that you're doing that you can do another level to educate and empower them and create content that lives forever. So we did a lot of video content, and for us, we did things such as showing how debt affects you long term. We did W4 videos. We did things that talked about how your money can multiply, you know, investment type videos, and we did it in a way that people got value from it and they were able to implement. So it's different for each individual. I don't know what industry you're in, but if it's something you need assistance with, because I've been able to give advice and tips and instruction on, look, I think if you do this, this, and this, and you make this your sole focus, boom, you're able to target a certain group of people, and now those group of people will be attracted to you, and they will wind up either buying products from you or enrolling into your network marketing company, because that law of reciprocity is true. When you give out, you will receive, even if that's information. A lot of people use it from the standpoint of just money, but if it's information, that's also true as well. And you can't block what's coming to you, because you'll be putting out good information. Good. Now, we ain't talking about fabricating, lying, no, you know, big claims. We're talking about honesty and really just giving some value based on what you're learning or what has worked specifically for you. That's that. Now, that's with the video content, and I recommend putting it on platforms, you know, whatever platform you're on. I'm not going to specify any, whatever platform you're familiar with, it can work if you use that method. But I also put it on YouTube as well. Definitely make sure you put it on YouTube, because YouTube is a search engine, and a lot of people can stumble upon your video just because of the simple fact you put it out there, and later people are discovering it. And if you do it consistently enough, then guess what? People will start to stumble upon your video more and more and more. And the key is for you to stay in the company that you've been promoting, because nothing is worse than a person putting out a lot of valuable content, then somebody see that information or that video a year later, and now they're interested in what it is that you were talking about or what it is that you had to say, but you're not even with the company anymore. You're not even pushing anything in alignment with it. So it makes a lot of the old work that you did in vain. I want you to put in some work that can be automated for you and still having a residual effect on your business and the growth of your platform years to come. And education that is timeless does just that. So if you're educating about health and wellness, that's timeless information that if somebody watched it 5 years from now, it'll still be beneficial. If you're educating about finances, that's timeless information that somebody can watch and still be relevant 3, 4, 5 years from now. It may be some particulars that change, but the principles will remain the same. Now, in addition to doing that, you should be leading them to somewhere. So it's one thing for you to give value, but you should be leading them to somewhere. So what I was able to do was we led them to somewhere, and usually that's a presentation or a capture page that collects their information. And that's really the route I really want to take you, because what we did was a lot of manual labor, in the sense of we did some videos, people would come in, would collect their information, which was usually a phone number. Then we'd send them the information so they can watch a presentation. From them watching the presentation, they decide if they want to be in or not. But the back end work that many people sleep on, and which is what we spent a lot of time doing, was video, collect information, send presentation, collect the decision. Once we collect the decision, then if they're in or not, if they're in, they join, and then they become a part of the team. But if not, the follow-up on the back end has to be key. So we spend a lot of time sending text messages and emails, and you may know, you may be a part of the organization and you might have received some text messages from us on a consistent basis, but it was education-based follow-ups. Not, hey, you ready to join? You ready to sign up? dropping more education, because now you have an audience of people who was once interested in what you had. So if you keep giving them something of value on the same topic, then guess what? They may not have been ready that day, but next month they are. 3 weeks from then they are. A year from then they are. Trust me. So we were doing a lot of that manually, but by doing that and teaching that and repeating that, I was able to hit the top of the network marketing company. And my wife, we work hand in hand. She's a beast as it relates to being able to, get people to feel the vision and feel the power in what it is that we teach. So we were doing it hand in hand, and both of us were doing a lot of the same things, certain different variations. But just by leading with education, leading with value, then collecting information, their information, and being able to follow up with them until they were ready to finally join, was our blueprint to getting them enrolled. And we didn't focus on friends and family because we were putting out good content. And when good content is good, it'll spread and it'll get to people that you don't even know, because people value the content. And by good, I just mean of value, beneficial to someone. So that way, when you're speaking into the camera, or if you're just doing a screen sharing video and they're not seeing you, they're just hearing your voice, you're leading with value, leading with education. You could talk about popular topics or articles that align with your business industry, and when you speak on it, people are likely to share it or find value in it and follow you. Now, the transition, and this is another automated run that I'm about to make to hit the top rank of the company times 2 or more, and that's using an automated system. So some of the things that we were doing manually, and this is what I recommend everybody do if you don't already have it or you need somebody to build it out for you. Some of the things we were doing manually, I recommend that you do, but make it more automated, because that's what we're transitioning to, having a more automated system, especially now where it's a lot of distractions going on. If you get distracted, you need something else that's still working for you in the midst of your distractions or in the midst of your busy life. A lot of people say they're busy, but a lot of people are just distracted, especially with everything going on. Trust me, it's not easy to stay focused, because I can get distracted, but I have to pull myself in, because you can get lost on some stuff that might be relevant to some things, but not necessarily pushing you towards where you want to go. So that being said, you need some stuff that can automate the process and get you some results even while you're doing whatever else you're doing. So what do I mean? You still want to lead with value, lead with some type of content. But on the flip side, when a person is watching a video, they now have the option to put their information in. Many people know this as a capture page or lead page. So I might be preaching to the choir, but it needs to be something in place that follows up with them on its own. And it could be 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 7 days, who knows. And you have the ability to have their contact information. That way, if a social media platform isn't working properly, you can always communicate with them, and that will get you in a position to where you can automate your network marketing business. But all you're doing is the same thing. All you're doing is pushing out some valuable content, driving traffic to some valuable content. They click the link to see what else is in store, get a freebie, a free giveaway, and now you have a system that follows up with them. Sorry about that. You have a system that follows up with them and gives them an opportunity to join over and over and over again, because you're leading with value, you're leading with education, and you will hit the top of the network marketing company if you do that and you teach that. I know it might sound simple, but the future or your fortune really does lie in the follow-up. Many people aren't ready. It's only a small percentage of people who are ready to join right then and there. But if you leave them by the wayside and you say, oh, well, they ain't ready, they ain't a part of my demographics, and you don't have a follow-up strategy in place, if you don't have some type of content strategy that can continue to communicate with them, you're going to lose a lot of people that you are meant to serve, that you are meant to empower. Because you got to understand, you got to believe in your product enough to where you know that it is beneficial to the end user. And if you know that, then you want to be in position to have a posture to know, okay, this is going to help them whether they know it or not. They just need to be put into the system so that they can get constant information and education that allows them to make a qualified decision later on. So that was the strategy we used, but now we're about to automate the whole process. So if you want to be a part of this automation and be a part of an economic empowerment network marketing company that goes along with whatever it is that you're doing, it supports it, doesn't conflict or compete with what it is that you're doing, then click the link below and go ahead and get enrolled with us. And what I do is just reach out to you in the next 24 to 48 hours personally and say, hey, welcome to the team. This is the play we're running, and just seeing what it is you want to do and how we're how we can implement what it is that we do to help best benefit you. Or if you're not interested in getting into another network marketing company, but you need some type of system that allows some automation, then reach out. And if it's something that, we discuss that can be beneficial to you, then definitely, if I can assist you, I don't mind building it out for you. It won't be cheap or free, but I don't mind building it out so that I can give you a game plan. Hi, you're in health and wellness. Oh, you're in this industry, you're in this. This is the play you need to run. Do this on a regular basis, and boom, we put your system together, and now you have an automated system in place. So that will be something I don't mind consulting with you about and seeing if it's something that can benefit you, as it's going to benefit and has benefited us. So click the link if you want to get enrolled in our platform, which is economic empowerment based. I'm just put the link, not to the funnel or anything on this one. So this is just a matter of if you want to enroll in our network marketing company, click that link. But if you want to set up a consultation to get a system built for what it is you already do, then reach out. We'll have a link to where you can reach out to us, and that way you can contact us and we'll see if it's a good fit for each of us. All right, that's all I got. Keep hustling, keep doing what it is that you do, keep branding yourself and making sure that people see you as the center of influence, or see you as the expert or the person that can help them, and they will join you for that reason. So that's all I got. Mr. Smith signing out. Subscribe, like, all of the above. See you on the next video.